Okay, welcome to the Hotspots overview. Okay, we'll start with the hotspot setup, hotspot settings. So this is essentially where you set all your hotspot defaults. You can set your hotspot settings here, which is general settings, hotspot locations, the default hotspot location. Okay, you can set by default hotspot voucher sales should be on. And you can show all or select a certain hotspot package or voucher. Prepaid services, you can switch it on or off. You can set all default settings regarding that, so show linked devices, etc. Prepaid package sorting method, so this is by what the voucher cost that it's going to be sorting. Delete unused prepaid user accounts. So you can set that on or off. Delete after 3 days, how long, enable default registration user group, default prepaid user group, etc., etc. Okay, then you've got your free trials. So this is when the customer opens up the landing page and they just log in. You can force them to register and then add in their email address and cell phone number to register, and then they get their free trial. You set the data package for free trial accounts. So in this case, it's 100 meg monthly, or you can set it anything else. And then you can set what text is going to have free trial button access. In this case, access free internet. Free trial users must accept T's and C's. So you can say yes or no. If you've got T's and C's, you can add the URL to that. And in this case, you set that up in hotspots, hotspot setup, and hotspot terms and conditions. Okay, and then you set your actual hotspot default. So then you can set display support contact info, if yes or no. If yes, you can set it up here. You've got your display Twitter account. You can just set your Twitter handle there. Display hotspot location name, yes or no, on the hotspot landing page. Display voucher buy location. Display different data vendor details. Set the banner, desktop, or the logo that's supposed to be on the landing page for mobile phones and for desktops. Okay, set the display the sponsor logo, display the partner logo, display the hotspot portal button. So all these settings will still be on the actual hotspot location that you set up. So then you can customize it accordingly. So these defaults are only if it's automatically created, the hotspot location. Okay, hotspot voucher details. You can set the default number length, the default voucher pin length, the default number of concurrent sessions on each voucher that the person purchases, default voucher expiry. So you can set up to 3 months, active duration, set that to whichever. Okay, and then you can set the logo for it. Okay, and then after you change, you click update. Okay, so then that's the default setting, hotspot defaults. Then you've got your hotspot templates, which is, if you add a template, there's already the example one, which you can set. If you go to that directory on the actual server, you can use that. If you want to develop your own one, then you can use that one as an example to know how it should work, the actual landing page, if you want to have a custom one. Okay. And then obviously you can set your terms and conditions. Okay, hotspots. First go to walled garden entries. So this is where you can allow or deny access to certain domains or IPs or host entries. You'll usually start, if you initially add a hotspot, you'll usually start with the actual domain for your DataTill instance and also the IP address. So in this case, the destination would look something like DataTill.com, and you can allow everything for that domain. You can add the entry without any port or protocol, set a description for the DNS, and then it should automatically pick it up as a host and for TCP, and then port 80. Okay, and then the same with the IP, without any port or protocol. And then whenever you log into the hotspot, it'll know that it's allowed to access this domain. Okay. And then you've got your hotspot IP bindings that you can set up here. You can set if it's bypass, blocked, or regular IP bindings. You can set the MAC address and a comment, and you can update the routers. So whenever you change anything on the hotspots on DataTill, you always have to update the routers. Okay, hotspot packages. So this is where you set up the hotspot packages for prepaid or the vouchers. So you can set up if it's used for the hotspot landing page showed there for vouchers that can be purchased from the landing page, or you can say show on prepaid purchase. So once the customer opens up the landing page and register for a prepaid service package, then they'll Jessica, did you see? Policies, email, vehicle. Okay. Maar hoe gaan je het nou uitkijken? Okay. Okay, so then you'll add your show on prepaid purchases, so they'll log into the landing page and register for a prepaid service, and then they'll get their own customer portal, and from there this show on prepaid purchase page will display this data package. You can set the price and then the radius, assign the radius service, which will give it the upload and download speed and possibly a cap. Okay. So then you've got, that's your packages. Okay, so after you've set up a hotspot on the router, you'll go to hotspot locations and add a location. But before you can add the location, you need to be sure that it was added on, let's go to devices, network devices. Okay, so you have to make sure that you added it with the IP address, and SNMP should be enabled on the device, and DataTill should be able to log in to the router with full access, through the API. And then after you've set all the device details, you scan, and if it pings and probes successfully, then the hotspot should be fine from there. And you add your location, set the hotspot router, and then make sure the hotspot ID is the same as the hotspot server name on the MikroTik. Okay, so that's important. Okay, and then you've got you can use custom templates or not. In this case, you've got your example one. Display location name. Okay, location name, short name for the hotspot. Hotspot return, custom login text, you can change that. Okay, you can set the support numbers, etc. Twitter handles, Twitter account displayed. So this is the hotspot defaults that you set up in the hotspot settings that you can just customize on the actual location itself. Okay, so you can set online voucher sales, free trials. Okay, and you can set the free limit on free trials, time limits, enforce free trial T's and C's, free trial button text. Okay. And you've got your prepaid services that you can enable, which prepaid packages should display on the landing page or not. And then sponsor details, Wi-Fi partner details, and the logo of the hotspot that you can change. You can add location. So once you've added it, there's this button here that you can, this one, preview the landing page with the settings that you've set on it. Okay. So this is this is what the customer will see when they open up the landing page. They can log in with their username and password, or they can purchase a voucher, or they can register for a prepaid service, or log into an existing prepaid customer, or just access their free trial. Okay, so once you've added the hotspot location, you always update all files to the router. Okay, so once that's done, you can, the HTML files for the actual landing page will be added to the router itself, and it should be able to access it from there. Okay, so that's hotspot promotions. So here you can set up, if you've got any sort of promotions, let's say for instance there's a special for this month on services, you can add it here, add the promotion title, and then which date it's to show, and then which hotspots it's to display on. You can set it to all or to select a hotspot. Okay, and then the button title text. So this is a button on the landing page that they'll be able to click on, and it will show you a promotion that you're currently having. You can set the promotion text on promotion images. Okay. Okay, hotspot voucher batches. So this is when you can in bulk generate hotspot vouchers that you'll hand out in either a printed document or in a PDF document. So you can generate a batch, description, and customer, which if it's for a specific customer, that's got its own high site, voucher type. So this is where you select the voucher, so the hotspot package that you set up earlier. So it's a 1 GB voucher or 5 GB voucher, etc. And you can set the value of that voucher. So if you go to 5 gig, okay, and then you can set the valid until it's already pulled through the actual price from the hotspot package that you set up, but you can change that if you want to. You can set an expiry date for it, an active duration, number of vouchers that it should generate. So you can go anywhere from 1 to 100 or 1,000. Concurrent sessions, you can set concurrent sessions to 8, or you can change this is essentially how many devices can log in with one voucher. Okay, and then you can set a number prefix. So if it's for hotspot underscore voucher number or like 10. Let's see, this is where you set the number length, and then the pin length, and then the voucher logo, which is Office, in this case Office Reliance. You can change that there. Okay, so that's the hotspot voucher batches. Hotspot vouchers. So this is where you can see all active vouchers and expired vouchers. You can obviously filter by all voucher types or specific vouchers, 1 GB voucher, how many of them are active or expired or unused. which, if it's from a specific batch, you can filter that, and which hotspot. Okay. Hotspot purchases. Here you'll see a report on how many hotspots, vouchers and purchases was done, and how it was paid, which product it was, and the status of which it is, and email address, etc. Okay, hotspots. Summary. So here you'll see a nice summary. You can filter it by month or all months, and then see exactly which hotspot it's the purchases was made on, and last used, the IP address, and which package was selected. Okay. Got your hotspot summary report. So this is also a summary on every hotspot last access on that specific hotspot, total sessions, and within this month, last 6 months, you can change the date range, total data used, total time used, average data per session, etc. Okay, hotspot sessions. So this is essentially all of the hotspot sessions that was logged on each hotspot. So you can filter it by each hotspot, and you can set if it's a trial or radius voucher, and there's a date picker as well. You can see last seen, the specific username, so they authenticated with a Mac. Host name, you can see it's from an Android device. Okay. Hotspot usage graphs. You can see all the data usage that's on a specific hotspot, and also how many hotspot sessions came in on the specific days. And you can filter it by the date for picker and what kind of connection it is. Hotspot usage dashboard. So this will give you a basic idea of how many zones are active, hotspots are active, top month for usage, top day, how many people logged in, how much data was used, which the top 5 manufacturers, top 5 models, device models, the top 5 browsers and operating systems, and also the top 5 hotspots and devices, actual device. Okay. If you go down, you can see more graphs on hotspot sessions and data usage for a specific time. So it's a daily and your monthly. Okay, you've got your statistics page. Which is essentially the same. You've got your total sessions in this date range. So this is for every single hotspot, unique users, active hotspots, data used, and then the graphing on free trial sessions, data usage, unique users, new users, top manufacturers, top devices, top browsers, device types. Okay. You got your free trial users, so this will essentially show you all of your hotspot free trial accounts. So show you exactly date registered, hotspot registered, which hotspots, MAC address, and if they're verified or not. You can get the email address and the cell phone number, and you can view the usage history if there was any. Okay, and free trial data capture. So this will this is where all of the free trial, if you set customers to, if they use free trial and where you force them to register for the free trial, then this is where all of the information will go. So the date and time, the first name, last name, phone, MAC address, device, and which hotspot. Blocked sites, this is where all of the sites that was blocked on the hotspots and the date that was blocked. And this is Unify controllers. This is where you can set up your Unify controller. You can also do it on the devices, Unify controllers. And then controller sites and your stations you can view.